Marcus Cora with Studio MMA and MMA Nut, and we're here with one of the two voices of the UFC, Mike Goldberg. How are you feeling tonight?
I'm good, Marcus. Everything is great, exciting. You know, it's a party. You know, we finally get to sit back and relax for a few hours and celebrate what was another great year inside the octagon and all throughout the world of mixed martial arts.
I'm being criticized a lot. Mike, give me some tips here. Give me some advice. What's journalism 101? Help me out here.
All right, well, don't say his precision is precise. Definitely don't say there's 3 minutes. Don't say 3 minutes remains in this round, because it's 3 minutes remain. And what was another one that I did that wasn't that great? Don't talk about two guys pounding each other on the farm, which is not what I meant when I talked about Mark and Matt Hughes growing up, toughing each other up as farm boys. So, but definitely don't use his precision as precise. That didn't work out that well. And when it came out of my mouth, I knew it wasn't going to work out that well.
Believe me, I've done a few this year myself, and
I'll do a few on Saturday night, I'm sure.
And it helps me. It makes me feel a little bit better, because it makes me realize, like, you know, one of the most recognized names and faces, not just in the UFC, but mixed martial arts overall. Tonight, we got plenty of nominees. Who are you looking forward to seeing on that stage?
Chael Sonnen. I mean, it's like coming to a comedy show. I mean, seriously, this is like coming to Eddie Murphy Raw. I mean, this is how excited I am. I'm waiting for Chael to come out in red leather pants, you know, like Eddie Murphy did years ago. Dude, the greatest Fight Club interviews I've ever had have been Chael Sonnen. I mean, I literally should ask a question and then just sit there, you know, crisscross applesauce, as the kids would say, and let him go. I mean, we didn't know much about him in the WEC other than he was a great wrestler and a great fighter. We weren't even sure how much we knew about him when he first came to the UFC. And then Anderson Silva somehow got on his nerves, or he decided to showcase his personality, and he's got a ton of it. Maybe the most personality. You know what? If you're going to go top to bottom and give awards, Chael might just win them all today.
Who's funnier, Chael Sonnen or your partner in crime?
Wow.
Joe Rogan.
You know what? I think Joe would even admit at times Chael is, you know? I mean, Joe Rogan's comedy is outstanding,
course,
and
absolutely.
I've seen it many, many times. And the thing is it's truly an art to Joe. And so Joe spends a lot of time writing material. And as he said, the worst thing you can do as a comedian is bomb. And he did that early in his career. So
really?
I respect the heck out of Joe Rogan. Yeah, he's a comedian. He's a true artist. But for Chael Sonnen to come up with some of the lines that he's come up with, when you bow in Brazil, you get hit over the head and they take your wallet. I mean, just some of the impromptu stuff that Chael's come up with over the years, that's magical. It truly is.
Talk about magical. What was the most magical moment for you in 2011 for the UFC? Or mixed martial arts?
Well, there were two of them, and the first one was the UFC on Fox. It truly was a dream come true. It was very special for me because I spent a lot of time at Fox. I worked the sidelines of the NFL on Fox. I hosted college football for Fox Sports and Net for many years. I was the guest host of the Best Damn Sports Show, period. So I was in the Fox family for a long time. So
you're almost back now?
Yeah, it was coming home. Coming home with my UFC, you know, to my old bosses at Fox. That was truly a magical night, and really magical and special in my career. But the moment of all in the octagon was just a couple of weeks ago, and that was Dan Henderson and Mauricio Shogun Rua. Although Brazil was pretty darn good too. When Big Nog won in Brazil, the way that people went crazy for the guy who, you know, lives 3 miles from the arena, that was sick, and obviously Anderson was great. But that fight between Shogun and Hendo, I mean, everybody always asks me, what's the greatest fight we've ever called? Joe and I are going really hard trying to think back, is there one that really tops that? Because I think that was the light heavyweight version of Frankie Edgar and Gray Maynard, the second fight, which was the first one for the title.
Mike, thank you very much. The voice behind the UFC. Thank you. Looking forward to seeing many, many more years with you.
Pleasure. And you know what? We'll both make mistakes together. It's no big deal. We're human beings, people.
You know what? Can you say that one more time to the camera? To all your haters out there, say it one more time, please.
We are human beings. We are not robots. There is not a teleprompter. We will make mistakes. And you know what? We'll come to your job, and I bet you mess up too. Then we're going to make fun of you and Twitter it.
Thanks, Mark Wahlberg. Mike Goldberg.
There you go. Perfect.